Okay, Cubcat, so here are our tomato plants. They are looking so healthy and so good. Then I started some seedlings, and unfortunately, my cucumbers are doing really well, but then I left them in the cold and my poor spinach and basil passed away, as well as my carrots. So sorry about that. I know that was a little bit blurry. So anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start some pods, and let me just set this up right here for a second as I unzip this guy. I'm going to buy some of these pods. Let me take them out and I'll show you what happens in this little container. It's pretty cool. You plant seeds, and if you see the condensation on the top, what happens is when those water droplets get really heavy, they do like a self-watering. So you don't have to water these. These guys up here, I've been having to water. And I think that's why I haven't been as successful, because if I miss a day, they dry out. But if I open this guy, see how good these are doing? These are peppers. So they are just doing amazing. They'll be ready to be transplanted soon. So what I think I'm going to do is tomorrow stop by Lowe's, use some of our NC grant money that we have, and go buy some more of those really good pods. Miss Sari was trying to save some money, but obviously that didn't work very well. All right, this is my first rose bush. And look at how beautiful. Look at our first big bloom. And then look how big these buds have gotten. Remember when they were teeny tiny? The only thing I am concerned about, one, I know it needs to be in a bigger pot, but two, look at, oh. Come over here. I did plant our kale, and we've been using these and juicing them, using them in smoothies. My first celery stalk ended up rotting. I'm not really sure why it did, but it did. But these guys do them really good. We go through, because we juice, we've been going through celery, so that's been really good. He's looking really good. And of course, these are just flowers here. And then I did notice our strawberry plants. Let me see. Sorry. Starting to fruit here a little bit. So when we get our garden up front tilled, see, flowers, remember? Flowers come and then the fruit. Cilantro, I've been using the cilantro when I'm cooking. The basil looks a little bit sparse. That's because I've been using that. And the mint has been, I've been using the mint as well. Our tomato plants, I'm gonna have to stake them, and we're gonna have to plant those soon here too. I have a feeling that's gonna have to happen. And then this, of course, was where the celery was, and that rotted. And then we have our onion. That's doing nice. I've been trimming the tops and using those. And then we have our other flowers. This is Bryce's plant, which has way too much water in it. Bryce, I still got it alive. It's still alive for you. And of course, here again, you can see where I've made some cuts and they've regrown. So those are the onions. And unfortunately, the pH level in our aeroponic was not at the right pH level, and many of our guys have not been making it. So I'm gonna plant some seedlings and get those going too. Thomas and I got the seedlings going real good, and we have the pH level where it needs to go. So that is good. Come on a journey with me. Look at this is my backyard. Come on, animals. Go on, Lucy. Come on, Schultz. Come on, Boo. Come on. Beep, 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 beep. Go on. All right, stay with me. Stay with me, Cubcats. All right, so when we come down to our garden, I gotta be careful. A little steep here. We planted some hostas, which are beautiful flowers. And then these are not tomatoes. These are potatoes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potato plants. The rest of them are up in that container where they have been. And then these are the cabbage plants. So I replanted the cabbage plants. They're looking good though. They need lots of water and they need lots of space. And then we brought down some onions and planted some onions. So the next thing I need to do with my onions is to trim the tops to get them healthy. And as you notice, maybe you can't notice, but along here, we've done a little bit of a trench, and over where Schultz is over there, you can see that we've dug a little bit of a trench. So when we got all those really bad storms, up here is a really tall hill, and right there is where the water comes out from our driveway, and that water just comes right down, and instead of piling up in our garden, which we have tiered and terraced, you can see that we have our plants that are there. And Lucy and Schultz love eating the grass out here. And then here we have nature's beauty, which are raspberry bushes. So we're gonna come out here and prune some raspberry bushes. So that's it, Cubcats. Thanks for taking a tour of the garden. Everything is doing. Big shout out, Ethan Jones planted a garden, and he sent me a picture of it. So I wanna see these pictures, Cubcats. You guys rock. Keep up the good work. I miss you, love you. Get your work done today. Remember, all you're doing is reading that article, answering the questions, and making sure that you send them to Miss Sowery. All right, with that, have a good day. Bye.